YCW. Sorry we haven't been making videos, but we do miss y'all. We had a lot of things going on, you know, school, church, and everything. Like, dang. So this time we are making our video, and it's like 8:34 in the morning. But
it's detail. But anywho, yeah, we're gonna be talking about black men.
We're gonna be talking about men in general, like
men with dinglings.
We're gonna be talking about the tips,
men with chests,
concerns,
men with legs,
questions,
men with arms.
We're gonna talk about everything in men in general. So last night and the day before that, we have been talking about men. So last night I was on the phone with my best friend. You already know who you are, hey bestie. So we was on the phone last night and we were talking about men in general, especially with her situation.
Ain't no situation.
It's a situation.
It's not a situation.
It's not a situation to her, but in God's eyes, this is the whole situation.
It's a whole mess.
So we're talking and everything, and my best friend is giving out good advice and how she is with her home, with her situation too. She told us her testimony. That's why I call it her testimony. She's like, I just snatched my boyfriend up from her, and when she tells me the story, she really didn't snatch him up. He made a decision. A man can make a decision on who to go to, but the girl was like, you need to choose between me and her. If that's the girl you are, please get my face.
I mean, it's definitely understandable. Like, I definitely understand that. You need to choose between me or her. Baby,
he already gave you countless times, like, what is it called? He showed you signs that he don't want you, and it's like, it's between me and her. Like, he showed you signs, you just choose to ignore it.
He showed you signs he didn't want you because of the behavior that you were portraying.
Yeah, and she's like, between me and her. Like, what? Like, I'm not going to choose. Like, I showed you the signs I didn't want you. You're doing too much in my life. You're this and that, blah, blah, blah. And she's like, and my best friend was just like, they're like, oh, he's choosing between me and her. I'm just a best friend. I didn't even have feelings for him like that. And she was like, we can give it a try, but I don't know what's going to happen. And look at it now a few years later.
This was years ago?
Yeah, this was years ago. She's 20, sorry, best friend, 25, 26?
How long have they been dating?
For a long time. For a very long time. Let's say 5, 6 years. Best friend, if I'm wrong, please correct me.
Really?
Yes. They've been together for a very long time.
That's wild.
Not the wild.
Like, I'm thinking this happened last year.
No.
Girl.
She's older than me, and I love her. I do. But anyways, when she was talking about that, I was like, yeah, the man basically chooses what he wants.
And I'm finna choose for him.
And I said, in her situation, she's basically in the sea, and these two men fighting over a life jacket on who's gonna save her.
Nobody fighting over no life jacket.
Yes.
Everybody's playing their position. But I'm tired of the positions getting played. I'm finna set it straight.
You set it straight, but you still swimming at sea. Help me.
I ain't swimming at sea if God's right above. I'm floating on the yacht.
you on the yacht like this. And they're like, Ruth, who's coming?
No, I'm looking up.
God, is that you speaking? Ah!
I thought I heard you.
I thought I heard you. Yes, sir. Yes, Father. Cause ain't no way. I'm good. I'm good with her.
Of course she's good where she's at.
Cause
one lives in yonder, one lives in yonder. I don't even act.
They both in Dallas. They're both in Dallas. So I'm not worried. But I'm talking to one, but he's just a friend. A friend.
She talking about me, but she got 2, 3.
Okay. 2, 3, baby. Only. I got no 2, 3. Please don't listen to that. I don't got no 2, 3. No, I don't have no 2, 3. Please don't listen to this one.
Huh?
Don't listen to that. I don't got no 2.
I'm pretty sure if I call both of them right now, they'll flip up. All right.
He won't be back till Sunday. He won't be back till Sunday night. Because I had talked to him today. Because he was asking me, am I going to church? And I said, yes, are you? And I said, please say yes. He said, no, I'm afraid not. Because he got to go come back home Sunday night. So I was like, boo, you don't like the reference? So I'm sad on that.
I'm not sad on anything because these people got me messed up. They got me messed all the way up. Honestly,
but he is going to be coming to church on Sundays.
At this point, cutoff season needs to happen. I'm good with a good cleansing. I'm really good for that.
I was to the point where I was like, I don't want to be on the phone. I really don't. It was to the point like, do I need to be on the phone? I really don't, because I barely talk to people. The only people I talk to is family and best. Not the crushing. It's going to be completely turned off. Completely. No bill paid. I'm playing. No bill paid. But yeah. a lot going on with men in our lives. Well, this one. It's a lot going on with men.
A lot. It's black and white. It's black and white.
They see color.
They can see color, but I see black and white. And I see...
Like the Bible, printed out, black and white. Has a little red in it.
I mean, a part of me is going to finally say what it is, what it's not today.
What do you mean?
Exactly what I said.
What do you mean?
Really just telling what I see it as.
Okay.
And just being completely honest. Cause this morning I was thinking about how I woke up and it was like, I hope you catch this. Oh boy. You caught that?
Yes.
I hope you know who I'm talking about.
Yes. Yes.
Oh, I was thinking about oh boy and like his family and like something happened in his family where it was a passing, and it just made me really think about like I have been studying love for like a long time period in the Bible, and it's just like as a woman you definitely know who loves you, but it's just like it's sort of confused. I'm not gonna say it's confusing because it's straightforward, like I already know what's happening, but it's like you have one person, you know, they love you the Christian way, this, that, and the third. Then you got oh boy who like he loves you out loud. And it's just like when God loves us, God loves us out loud. He doesn't try to hide us, he shows us all. And like he's really proud for us to be who we are. Like this whole entire year has been about embracing who you are. You know, me like just embracing the type of person I am and just really loving who I am as a person, because that's who God created me to be. You know, that's love. You know, even though I may not be perfect, he's still gonna love me through the falls, the times I don't feel like reading my Bible, the times I may skip and read my Bible, the times that, you know, I just don't want to do stuff, he's still gonna love me. The times I don't want to be obedient, he's still gonna love me. And it's just like, I was really thinking about oh boy, and I was like, even though oh boy didn't put me through the mud, he still was happy. He still showed me love in ways that I would have never imagined love, you know. Even though I did this, that, and the third, he still loves me in this, that, and the third. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like when I look at the situation, when I look at the situation and I look at it, it's like you love me, but you're loving me in private, and that's not something I need because we have real life situations. I need something that's gonna show me love 24/7. Who cares what it is? Who cares about these people? I don't care about none of these people. I mean, I can tend to get shy. Even though I was shy, oh boy still helped me get through my shyness of the relationship. He still, y'all see it. He didn't care. He'll be there. I'm right here in the front picking you up. Damn, can't even hide him getting me. You know what I'm saying?
She'd be like, I'll be texting her one day. She'd be like, nah, so-and-so pick me up. I'm like, Jesus. Jeez. Like, dang, he's everywhere when I'm trying to grab you. Like, I will like literally be like, do you need to be picked up? Nah, he coming. I'm like, okay. And then be like, nah, never mind, pick me up. And I'll be like, you sure? You sure?
Because it would be taking too long, and I got impatient. I'd be like, it's okay, I just meet you at home. So it's just like, you know, looking at like men in the situations, it's just like you gotta speak. They say look at their actions, and it's like you definitely gotta look at their actions, but it's like who's gonna love me out loud? God loves me out loud. God, you know, he may not humiliate me out loud, but he gonna humiliate me in private, you know, basically call me out for what I did wrong, make me feel convicted, this, that, and the third. And it's just like, I don't know. I'm still trying to figure it. I'm not saying I'm trying to figure it out, but it's like trying to figure out like what you read with the word, love is patient, love is kind, and then trying to apply it to your life. You know, my mentor was really talking about applying it to your life. And I mean, I always apply the word to my life all the time. But it's just like this one certain part really had me thinking about it, because it's like I posted love covers a multitude of sin. And it's just like if I go through hell and back and you over here not being able to do this, that, and the third, and because you're too shy, scared, what are you doing? Like, I can't rely on you. You're not reliable. You're not trustworthy. At least I know oh boy was trustworthy. I know oh boy had my back. Yeah, oh boy was gonna die like that.
He was around about her.
Yeah,
he really was.
He was definitely.
I can come across with that. You gotta give men props with the good things he has done to you.
Yeah, you definitely.
Yeah, he might done this and that to you, but women, we cannot put men down.
Of course we can't, because we just as bad as them, if not worse.
No one is perfect. Like God said, no one is perfect but his son.
So it's just like, really, when it comes to men, it's just like, I don't know. Like, I do know, but it's just like, I guess one thing is like just saying the truth. I think that's really it is. It's like, I feel like telling people the truth and not being afraid to hurt their feelings. So basically working on how you deliver it. And I think that's my problem, is the reason why the truth ain't come out my mouth, because, you know, I'm gonna say it the straight like it is. I'm gonna tell you rough. I'm gonna tell you how it is. I'm gonna tell you raw, the truth. And it's just like making sure that I'm coming from a place of love, but also saying it to where you hear me and you got it.
Right.
And not making you cry. I don't want to make nobody cry.
I don't know what to tell you with that.
I'm just,
people just cry. I'm like, baby, I didn't even hurt you. It's just what you said to me. My words are powerful, but still, it's like I'm just showing you out of love. I'm not yelling. I'm not screaming. That's God don't even do that. He just whispers. But his whisper is loud.
of course.
It's very loud.
I think that's where, you know, you're talking about energy draining is. I think that's where my energy draining has been coming from. Focusing too much on the friendship or building that friendship where it's just like, I feel like all you're doing is just taking from me, if that makes sense. And I say that because I was watching that woman, the Queen Maker, even though I don't, okay, I'm not gonna bash her, she good, she spit some stuff. And she was like, men, she's like, you know, men gotta really show their value and stuff. And you know, me personally, I'm gonna tell you straight like it is. I think God gave us the Bible on this earth, and you either gonna follow what it says or not. You gotta choose. And the only way to be able to hear God is continually reading his word, and then you'll be able to see that. You know, what you gotta realize is what you put inside yourself is what's gonna come out. Okay?
But people be saying the Bible's changed up a lot.
I mean, I really don't like to look at that because, listen, I'm gonna hear God whether I got the Bible or not. So, baby, you can go on with that. So, you know, I was listening to the Queen Maker, and she mentioned how, excuse me if I'm wrong, but she mentioned how, what'd she say? She said some men find value in you, but they're always gonna have to, they're gonna try to come, they always want something from you, you know? Basically, it's always like a give and take relationship, you know? And I personally feel like, listen, I ain't no dingus at all. I put myself in the 1% mentally, and I may be a little distracted sometimes, but
I can't.
I just feel like the energy's been draining because I've been helping. I just feel like the energy's not reciprocated at all as a best friend. You know, I feel like the energy's really reciprocated with the best friend, if you got that. So it's just like, you just really gotta leave. See, you really just gotta leave people where they at. I'm not even trying to be funny. Like, I've been thinking
it's not fun to laugh at or be funny with. It's just like, you have your own life to live. You really do.
And if people BSing, it's time to go. It really is time to go. Like, you can't wait for nobody. And that sucks to say that.
It really does. It does. God just wants you to be patient and wait for his timing, because if you keep going on your timing, you're going to keep, like she said, energy draining.
No, I'm going to tell you the truth.
No, it's a lot of energy draining because you want to be on your own time. Why not be on God's?
Or why don't you just follow God? You know, Yolanda just posted a video talking about run to God.
Oh, yeah, I did. Run to him. Yeah, because that day, like, I had a whole interaction with him. Like, I'm on the treadmill. I'm like, I'm doing a mile, by the way. But I went further into doing that mile. And it's like, God knows you're going to make it into this destination, that mile. But I know you can go further because I'm pushing you. Because God is my motivator. He's the one that's telling me to do this and do that. Ew. He's telling me to do this and do that. But at the end of the day, he knows you're going to this destination, but he knows you can get further. He knows you can get further than that.
Yeah, that's something that I tend to have, I'm not gonna say I have trouble on, but like one thing I have to do is set small goals for myself, especially when it comes to running. You know, like say for instance, I'll run a lap and like, I know I can run like 4 miles straight out the bank, but I don't be wanting to do that because that's a lot of like if you gotta listen, when it comes to planning, you gotta think about when you think about the big goals as a whole, you're never going to achieve it. That's something I had to learn. You have to think about it as a small goal, aka taking it like day by day, small goals. So say for instance, I'm telling Yolanda, we're gonna run 4 miles, which is 16 laps. Me off the bad thing under 16 laps is a hell no. Like, okay, because first I gotta get through the first lap, right? Because in the first lap, that's sort of detrimental because it's like you're warming up your body, you're getting into the race, and you're just thinking like, oh, I don't want to do this. I'm thinking I don't want to do this, and then no, bro, I don't want to do this. The first 100,
nobody do.
The first 100, I'm ready to walk off. Oh, but I'm ready to kick rocks and flip flops.
It's easy to run on the treadmill than on the track because you're going in circles. No, it's easier to run on the treadmill, but me, it's easier to run on the treadmill. To me, it is. To me, because I gotta be around the track too many times. But she takes me to the track too many times, and it's like, yeah, I like being on the track sometimes. It depends the mood I'm in. I'll be like, nah, I want to be on the treadmill, bro. I want to be on the treadmill.
So basically, it's just like, what is it? I just feel like personally, my whole mind is somewhere. I'm really just focusing on like warming up my body and warming up breathing. By the time we 2 laps in, I'm like, okay, we're almost halfway done with a mile. So then I'm like, all right, you're on the 3rd lap. By the 3rd lap, I want to stop, I want to walk, I want to give up. Then it's the 4th lap, or like I'll start setting even mini goals between the goals that I have. So overall, we're running 4 miles, right? This is the 3rd lap of the 1st mile. I start telling myself, all right, well, if I can get to this 300, I could finish until get to the 400. And then now we on mile 2. Sometimes I'll slow up my pace or whatever, find what's comfortable, relax, or really just take it down. And then I'll start like, I really don't really thinking about stuff unless, the Lord would drop something. Like whenever I'm running, but usually I'm just focused on like, okay, the Lord is in the stands, he's my biggest fan, let's go, let's get it, let's go. And so yeah, like when it comes to stuff, you really just have to set mini goals for yourself to be able to achieve the big goal for yourself. Even throughout the day, I have to set mini goals for myself or keep myself on a schedule. One thing that I could say is I'm very consistent at is going to the gym, but because I know my body well enough, I'm not even gonna say I'm at the point where it's just like I can miss the gym for some days and be straight.
I hate that.
You hate that?
I hate missing gym days.
I can miss it because I gotta give myself a break. I can't go every
If it's weekend, I understand, but weekdays?
Nah, someday you want the best results, baby, you need to give me like this whole week. I went to the gym maybe like 1 day out the week, and I went to play volleyball, and it's just like I can't, sometimes you can't do stuff every day because you got to give your body to rest, to recuperate, and to be able to come back and perform stronger. And you're going to wear yourself out going every single day. Now, don't get me wrong, the eating's A1. I make sure I stay above my calorie limit, whatever you want to call it, hell.
Did they ask?
No, but I told them because you took a whole pause break. Because I was like,
because Leo started bothering me, thought I had some more. I'm like, get away from me. I don't got this.
snack attack.
If he comes for me for snacks, because I'll be having it. Sometimes.
Yolanda, you're going to finish talking about me?
Oh, yeah. So, back to her story. What did you say in the first video?
I was really talking about love and like how to like express, like how to talk about basically love. I was just talking about love and like figuring out men when it comes to this love stuff, and it's just like it's really just draining. Like a question I was asked a while ago was like, are you willing to walk away from something that you love dearly? And the word for me is hell yeah. I walk away every time because I love God more. Baby, he the creator. Ain't no way I'm finna sit here and like, don't get me wrong, I could be you could really
Look back, tat too much on me.
Little what?
Tat too much.
With what?
I'm just saying.
With anything? Yeah, you can really fall into anything too much. You can really love something too much.
Oh yeah.
And it will like, I'm not gonna say it's gonna distract you, but it's just like sometimes stuff really just don't be making sense in my
It's gonna distract you.
The human nature's
because
weird.
you are comfortable.
Weird.
It's
weird. It is weird. Like
yeah, especially living in this generation. generation is weird.
Liz, stop looking at the floor. Golly.
It's weird.
No. Move.
Cage.
You said 2 parents.
Like I said, like we've been talking about, what she said, this is weird, like the world is weird, it really is. The humanity is weird. Humanity is weird. Like everyone is weird. And it's just like, you know you can let stuff go, but in their mind it's like I can't, because it makes them very comfortable where they're at. And that's where it's just those distractions.
And I think that's where I go wrong. Like, I tend to I always tell people I work best whenever I'm like by myself, like no one really around me, just me and my environment thriving. And it's like sometimes I would tend to like expect people to be on the same level as me, but it's just like you're not. Like, as in, maybe like I'm not even gonna put that level on there, but maybe being serious about stuff, or like really trying to get down to it, to the nitty gritty. But then it's like, you show me you for real, but then it's like, I don't know. Sometimes people, I don't understand, life happens. He said, who are you?
Cage. I'm sick of you.
Yeah. Sometimes it really comes down to also having patience with people. See, this is why you just gotta say it like it is. See, this is where we're going in circles in my head. You just gotta tell them the truth. That's what I just gotta do. Tell them the truth. It is what it is. If
The
they
truth.
if it aligns with God's word.
There we go. If it aligns with God's word. Don't be saying the truth and this hurt someone's feelings. There's a difference. Anyways, when you say the truth, yes, align with what God's word says and everything. Don't just say your truth because your truth can hurt someone. Don't hit that tough love. I'm sick of that. I'm really sick of that. It's tough love. God, I'm really
sick and tired.
Because people take tough love as just hurting them verbally and whatnot, just saying things, and the kid starts growing up and be like, this is how my mama used to talk to me, and look how I became. Yeah, a hot mess. That's what you became. A hot mess. Because tough love is what God gives us. Like, he's gonna, like she said, he's gonna talk to you in private for what you did wrong and this and that, blah blah. But he's still gonna love you privately and publicly. And with that, it's just like, with his tough love comes with a lot of things. And then in the human form, tough love comes with this and that. I'll say consequences, because when the human nature with somebody having tough love with some, for example, if I was a parent with my child and I'm doing tough love, like yelling at her, saying this to her, blah, 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 and she grows up to be something, there's consequences with that. But with God's tough love, there's going to be certain things like blessings and encounter with some things and blah, 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 and so on and so forth. I don't like that human nature with that tough love. I'd rather get tough love from my Father in heaven. I don't want that tough love from nobody else unless God brought them into my life to show me.
What's your definition of tough love?
Tough love is what God shows me. Like I said in the beginning, he gets onto us in private, but he still loves us privately and publicly. Tough love and human is just getting onto them very hard to where they're gonna, what is it called? Like, for example, I'll use my dad, for example. His tough love, he was getting hard onto me, yelling, saying this, blah, blah, blah. And I became who I was. I dealt with consequences in my lifetime, but not no more. Not no more. I've been saved, holy, and sanctified. I ain't got time for that. I was living in that world where it was too much. I thought I knew everything. Hell no. I didn't. People show their tough love a little differently.
I think
our mentor, that's tough love.
I don't think so.
Really? She don't show tough love?
Tough love for you is probably gonna be different for me. Like me, you gotta I think that's sort of where I go wrong when it comes with love too. Or like, I feel like love, I don't know, it's sort of hard because it's like, I'm used to getting yelled at and cussed at. So if you're not yelling at and cussing at me, how do I know if you love me? Like, you can say something, but I'm not gonna think it's the right thing, because it's like, I'm not gonna say it's not the right thing, but it's not gonna attach to my brain the way it should with you not yelling at me, telling me what it is.
I don't like that, because I was like, being young, I was very shy at night, so I didn't like all of that.
I didn't like it either, but now I'm used to it, so it's like, hell. Like,
I mean, you're grown up from it, so you're like, yeah, I'm used to it. Yeah, my daddy cussing me, not really, so I'm just saying. But I'm just like,
I feel like that love and patience, when it comes out of nowhere or not comes out of nowhere, it's just like, I don't know, like it'd be different.
I'm just wanting God's word because He don't yell at cussing me. I'm just used to that because I didn't like that yelling and cussing. But they be like, if my parents didn't yell at me and cuss at me, I wouldn't be where I am today. I'm just like, okay. Me, I just don't like that. I just want to be loved and held and just be nice to me. Don't yell at me. Don't cuss at me. No. I was like that. But like she said, she's used to it. I'm used to what my dad does as well. Especially my mom. Especially my mom. She'll just yell and cuss.
Oh, me and my dad.
I'll be like, Mom. Yeah, yes ma'am, I hear you. Like, you can get something off the Bible. Oh, me and my sister we're reading Acts. The whole book of Acts. I love my sister. She was just basically like, why are you doing this? Because in the whole book of Acts, it's basically the apostles just going around on every town, spreading the news where Jesus died on the cross. He rose from the dead 3 days later, and what he did before he died on the cross as well. And there goes Peter, there goes John, there goes Saul, which changed his name to Paul, and I think it was Bartholomew. But
Bartholomew.
yeah, Bartholomew, and I think Timothy was there. But it was just basically all of them. They're just healing people who couldn't walk, who was paralyzed, who was sick, and other things. And then most of the Jews was getting upset at them, and it's just like, why? Oh, I said this, sir. I said, why does your own people turn against you? Like, I'm like, why do people do that? And I was like, are the Jews jealous that they're doing this? And they're going to the Gentiles, because I keep reading, it's like Gentiles listen more than your own people. Like, why is that? I said we do live in that time where our own people don't want to listen to us, but others do. So I was talking to her about that.
It's sort of different, because it's sort of different coming from somebody else. Like, I don't know how to explain it, but like, it's like I said, you can tell me something, but if somebody else tell me, I'm more likely gonna get it from them, because it's sort of different coming from somebody else. It's weird. It's sort of different. That's why it's like, I was telling Gabe, or was it Gabe? I don't know. And it was like Gabriel, and I was like, you gotta really like say over and over and over.
Oh, you said that to me.
Yeah, because that's how I get stuff, like saying it over and over and over.
She said that last night. She said, you gotta tell me over and over and over again, and I'll finally get it. Yeah. It was last night. We were in bed talking about it too. And I was just like, I don't like that, especially in this black community. Or last turnaround.
I mean, you see, I went back from being vegan.
Right?
You know, like, I don't know why. That's just, I told you I get easily distracted. I think that's like, see, I think,
she's more distracted. I was more procrastinator. I really was.
at least I'd be doing something.
I'd be like, I'm gonna do this, and I'd just be like, oh, never mind.
Brett just sitting in the bed looking at the phone.
I'd be like, nope, I'm not doing that. Last night I already did like 2 homework assignments. Now I got more. But back to what I was saying. With Jews going against them and then going to lie to their king about it, and then they put them in jail, and the king is looking at them like, why are they in prison? They really didn't do nothing wrong. They really didn't do nothing wrong. And that's why I was like, at least the people ahead above us know what's right and wrong, because the Jews are just complaining about certain things. I forgot, it's in the Acts where I think it was Saul that was put in jail, and then was it Saul or Peter? And it was the people with the idols. They were building something, and the man got mad. They went to the king and put him in jail. The king didn't do nothing, because I think it was Saul or Peter that was telling them about worshiping idols and this and that. He was like, I ain't talk bad about your statue. I'm just saying this in general, blah, blah, blah. And the king is like, you ain't do nothing wrong. You ain't kill nobody. You ain't hurt nobody. And he went to his people and started telling them, like, if this is something y'all do, this is what y'all do on your own. Like, don't bring it to me type mess. Y'all handle it. But with me, if he ain't doing nothing wrong, then get out my face. That's basically what the king was doing. Like, get out my face. He ain't doing nothing wrong. And just let him go. Just let him go. I like when the part where the angels unshackled Peter. I like that one. That was my favorite part of that story. They don't shackled him. Because he ain't do nothing wrong. You keeping me in prison for what? And he went out with his people, got onto the temple, and started speaking again. The prison guards looked at him. He was right here. No, that boy was gone. The angel said, let's go. You got more to do. Whatever you keep, people will shackle you, and the angels will come down, or God will unshackle you from something you did not do wrong, and still put you in places to be like, you gotta still keep going. You gotta still keep going. Because nobody's gonna put you in shackles, because I can unlock you in a heartbeat just like that. And that's where I was at most of my time in life, where I felt like I was shackled. And I wanted to stay shackled, but God was like, no. This time I'm gonna shackle you. I'm gonna shackle you so you can go out into the temple or wherever he sends you and go speak. Because it's not it does not need to be your time to be shackled. It does not need your time to be locked up. Your time is to be unlocked and loaded and spit a few words to these people that needs to hear my son that died on that cross for their sins, for their mistakes, and everything else, and speak against these people. But people are still going to do what they want to do to you. And it's just like, back up. But if that's God's children, you're going to deal with the consequences. Just letting you know. Feel the wrath of my God. Because if you try to handle things on your own, it's different from where you're going to handle on your own to where God handles it. Because the way you do it is going to be too much, and God's going to look at you like, why? I say, I got you. I had your back. And everything else. And you go do this. Okay. Now we're going to have to sit down and talk. And let me rephrase what I mean. I have your back. I'm your father. Fathers have the kids' back. Especially here on earth, my father does have the kids' back. If you don't have a father, I'm so sorry. But you do have a father figure. But God is always your father. Yeah. But that's the interact video. I'm your host, Yolanda. Co-host Ruth. We'll see y'all again soon. Bye.